was Tommy Keene from the album Strange Alliance with Another Night at Home. Right before that, James Master and Richard Barone from the Bongos. They have an album out called Nuts and Bolts. A song called Germain is what we heard. The Jam did The Bitterest Pill, preceding that The Suburbs from their new EP Dream Hog, with a piece called The Best Is Over. Ultravox with Visions in Blue from their new album Quartet. And we started out with Ice House Street Cafe from their most recent album Primitive Man. Actually, his most recent album is now just Ivy Davies. Anyway, you're listening to WHFS 102.3 FM, and it's about 16 minutes before 3 o'clock.
Oh, welcome! Didn't realize you were here. Just came in and didn't even knock on the door. Welcome to WCRW. I'm Dave. Oh wow. This is Dave TV for the 26th of April, 2011. Look at this. This is the Washington Post's TV grid today. If you go, let's see if I can get you all the way down here. Look at where they put News Channel 8. News Channel 8 is all the way down at the second line from the bottom there. You see it? And it's called WNC8. Now, where do they get that? Where do they get that? They're calling it WNC8. It's not a regular television station. It's not a regular, it's just News Channel 8. Now, it used to be TBD. Man. I don't get it, man. The Washington Post is in its own little crazy universe. So now if you type in WJLA.com, woo, hey there, hey there. Ooh, that's cool, look at that. Whoa, that is neat. You type in WJLA.com, you now get a website for WJLA. There's the WJLA talent, top talent. No Bob Ryan. Oh, wait, there's Bob Ryan. He's way over on the edge there. But WJLA has put back its website. And if you click on here, they have a nice little... It's supposed to take you to a... Oh, I think I messed it up, didn't I? Anyhow, you click on there and you can get a explanation as to what they're doing. They also brought back the... well, TBD now has been reformulated into a entertainment website. So TBD.com is a separate website now. WJLA is a separate website and all that. So there. What's the other big news today, huh? Why I'm suing the city paper. Dan Snyder is desperate to keep this controversy going. You know, he claims that he was defamed by the city paper back in November of 2010 by Dave McKenna's article. And so, you know, he filed a lawsuit back in, what was it, late February? Or sometime in February. But he filed it in a New York court. It's a Washington newspaper, and yet he filed it in a New York court. I mean, I guess he figured the paper was owned by a company that's based in New York. But anyhow, I guess the court said, no, you got to file this in a Washington court because it's a Washington paper, right? So he went back and wrote this big article, wrote this op-ed piece in today's Washington Post saying that he has refiled the lawsuit. And he gets into this, you know, he gets into the whole thing of keeping the entire thing alive. What he didn't like about there's apparently a line in Dave McKenna's article that he claims is defamatory, and he repeated it again so we can all read it. You know, an article that would have been easily forgotten that was written 7 or 8 months ago that nobody would remember today. Dan is dredging it all back up so we can read the defamatory comment again and again and again and again and again. Okay. So there. Yeah, we got confirmation. Rona Mensa is definitely gone from T103 WAFY in Frederick, Maryland. She was one of the morning co-hosts, and she worked at the station for a long time, 17 years. Apparently, the station is having some trouble. The problem is it's a Frederick area station that reaches the northwestern suburbs of Washington, but it's getting battered by both sides. It's getting battered from the D.C. market by stations like Fresh that do the hot adult contemporary and Mix. and Wash, which cover the Frederick market really well. And it's also getting battered by Clear Channel's very popular KISS 98.3 out in Winchester, which has done surprisingly well with a young female-oriented crowd, and they're kind of getting beaten up. And then there's a huge popularity of country music in the Frederick market, so that doesn't leave poor old 103.1 with a lot of time, a lot of ratings there. So the station's kind of beating itself up. My crazy philosophy, and I know it'll never happen, is to take 103.1 from Annapolis, WRNR, the way cool progressive rocker, and relay it on the 103.1 in Frederick. So you have 103.1 in Frederick and 103.1 in Annapolis relaying, carrying WRNR. Then you can better market it as a full, sell the station more as a more full market station. Most of DC will be able to hear WRNR then, and then you could actually market it as a DC market station and tap some ad revenue. Right now, poor old WRNR in Annapolis is just, flailing away at, 38th place in the ratings or whatever they are. And, while 103 in Frederick does okay ratings, they're pretty good ratings actually, but, still it's in Frederick, it's a small market. Hey, why not tap that big DC market? Combine the signals, make it maybe tighten up the format a little bit on 103.1 on WRNR-FM, and away you go. That's what I think they should do anyhow. I was driving around this morning and I was listening to 105.9 on the Edge, and they were having their 2 for Tuesday, and they played 2 Rolling Stones songs in a row, and they were great songs. You know what? Maybe WRNR ought to just play all Rolling Stones. That would, I bet you, just playing all Rolling Stones. It's a huge catalog of Rolling Stones songs. Just play all Rolling Stones songs and nothing else, and I bet you their ratings would go up 50% just by doing that. Citadel, amazing. Do they know what the hell they're doing over there? Nice, interesting thing. Tod Castleberry, jumping back to Dan Snyder here, did a nice little slam of Dan Snyder on his Facebook page. You can read that all at WCRW.com today. Castleberry is a veteran of sports talk at WTEM long before Redskins owner Dan Snyder bought it. So read that on WCRW.com. Speaking of WRNR, the other WRNR, there's the WRNR-AM, and they are out in Martinsburg, West Virginia. They celebrated their 35th anniversary this morning with a special 2.5 edition of Eastern Panhandle Talk. And we hear that WRNR is going to launch a 106.5 FM translator relay pretty soon, so that should be cool. Also, the new WCRW Leesburg's 1190 has been causing some telephone interference in the Ashburn area, so check that out on DCRTV.com. And so there, baby. Get the balance right. Dave McKenna, the guy that Dan Snyder's suing, or at least the city paper is, he's apparently posted an article at WashingtonCityPaper.com about how Larry Weissman, the Redskins PR guy, was lost his job. So check that one out. We also link to that at DCRTV.com. All right, folks, that's the big news for today, the 26th of April. Don't forget to help support DCRTV. Remember, we're an independent one-man site. Your donations and our wonderful advertisers are the sole means of support for this site. A couple of bucks really helps a lot. You can PayPal it to my DCRTV@hotmail.com address or DCRTV@DCRTV.com address. Pop a check in the mail. Just click on the little support thing at the top of DCRTV's front page, and you'll get all the information. Make it $39 or more and get two big years of Memory Pack DCRTV Plus. All right, folks, have a good one, and don't forget to stay tuned.